Your husband. First of all, you guys met. You met online.
Yes, on Instagram.
He went on the DM.
Yeah.
Aliingia DM.
Yes, alicheza ka yeye.
Trust, like, okay, how did you trust somebody who's so far away?
Yeah.
He was in India at that time.
No, he was in the first time he ever saw me. He was in India,
okay.
But then he relocated to Canada.
Okay.
But you know, he DM'd me. His DM was not like one of those messages.
Unajua zile zingine
zake zilikuwa 2 years.
Kuna kwanga zile zingine za Instagram. You just like shut it down. So so how first did you trust him?
Yeah.
Maybe very quickly.
Yeah, so very quickly, just to talk about my hubby, and I thank God for him because this is a man that compliments me after, you know, I had always believed God to give me this kind of a man that will not complicate but will support my assignment, you know, a man that will stand with me. He slid into my DM, but of course it took me 2 years. He was very persistent.
Okay.
Persistence outweighs resistance. He kept on encouraging me, sending me messages until I was like, who is this handsome Indian guy? You know, I was like, Ebu, let me just see. So I responded to him, and when I responded to him, he said, you know, it has been almost over, you know, that time it was almost 2 years, you know, and I always keep on sending you messages, nini. Then I told him, you know, I was so busy, I was traveling. Then he said, I want to meet you in person, you know. So I told him, of course, that time I was going to the US. He said, I'm flying in to come and meet you. So when we met, everything else became history. We just connected, we complimented each other, though we are from different cultures. Of course, he's from India, and I'm from here in Kenya. Our cultures are so different, but the love brought us together. The calling we have, our vision just aligned.
And okay, lastly, the long distance marriage. You know, already a relationship is hard.
Yeah.
Very quickly, how do you handle that?
You know, okay, I know for now our marriage is a long distance marriage because we meet as often as we can.
Okay.
He was here just recently. We were with him in the US. He was here in March for my brother's wedding. He was here for Chris. We always meet as often as we can, but we still live in different continents. He lives in Canada. I live here. But it takes commitment, compromise. It takes a lot of communication because it is communication that brings understanding.
Right.
And he's a man that has really brought a lot of fulfillment in my life. Even when we fight, this is the person that I feel, you know, at the end of the day, he'll just come big spoon me and calms me down. Nainaisha. You know, he's that kind of a guy. Mapenzi ya Wahindi ni moto moto.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So unfortunately, we ran out of time. The last part in short to all the fans who are watching. We will do this again and again and again. So what is it that you'd want to tell some people who love you so much, because you have a lot of you know, friends online, admirers, fans. Of course, the haters will always be there.